Welcome to Azul Coding. This video will show you how to download a file from the internet, save it to your computer, and then display the file in a text box. I'll also show you how to delete the downloaded file as well. So I've started by creating a new form called download. I'm now going to add a label and a text box for the download link. And then another label and a text box for the downloaded text file. I also need a button as well, and I'm going to set the text to download. With this text box here, I need to set the multi-line property to true, the read-only property to true, and also set scroll bars to vertical. And now it's onto the code. So when the download button is clicked, it will check the file as a text file, but you can change this to another file extension or delete it altogether if you don't need this check. This line here will get the user's documents folder to save the file into. Then this line downloads the file into the text box, saves it to the file name. Then the next two parameters are for a username and password. You can leave this blank if there are none. And this true here means show dialog with the download progress, and then the other two parameters are for timeouts and overwriting. I've also added in some error handling. The download error here would occur if there was no internet connection or the web address was invalid, for example. So let's test it and see if it works. I'm going to use the link to the source code from my previous video on creating screenshots in VB.net. If you want to watch that video, there'll be a link at the top of the screen. So if I click on download, then the file will appear in the text box here. If I open File Explorer, I can see the text file is also saved to the Documents folder, but if I wanted to delete this file, I could do this in the code, as opposed to deleting it manually from File Explorer. So back to the designer, adding another button to give the user the choice of whether they want to save the file to the Documents folder or not. Notice that when I call the button Download and Save, the ampersand or the and sign doesn't appear. That's because the use mnemonic property is set to true, so setting this to false fixes the problem. You'd use this if you wanted to underline a letter to indicate its shortcut key. But now back to the code, replacing it with this. Now I've added a sub called download file, which can be called with the parameter delete that indicates whether or not to delete the file. The line which does delete the file is this one here. You can change this part to send to recycle bin if you don't want to permanently delete the file. Okay, let's test it again. I'm now going to try typing something random, and an error comes up. If I add on .txt to the end, the other error will come up as well. So testing it with the file I used earlier and clicking on download again, checking the documents folder and there's no file. If I click on download and save this time, you can see the file is kept in the folder. And that's it. Now you know how to download a file, view it in the text box, save it and delete it as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe and share. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon.